Life can be looked at as one of two things. One, lessons. Two, opportunities. Life, there is always going to be rights and wrongs. There are always going to be things that we did, things that people do. There are always going to be something that can be the reasoning as to who we are and the reasoning to who we are not. If you look at life as lessons, that's how you find the opportunity to grow in ways you can't even imagine otherwise. Lessons, as whenever you make a mistake, you now have the knowledge and the wisdom through reflection of reflecting through that mistake. Because of having that mistake, you now have the knowledge of knowing what not to do. You now know what not to do so you can perfect it and get better at it for whatever it is that you are trying to go. Can help you get to where you are trying to go, can help you get out of where you currently are. Whether that mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, whatever it is, if you can find the lesson and you can seek the opportunity within the lesson, again, the opportunity to help you grow in ways you cannot imagine otherwise, that is how you are going to be able to get through just about anything life throws at you. Anything that you either do because of maybe you make a mistake. Maybe it's a mistake where you're like, wow, I can't believe I didn't see that. Or, wow, I can't believe I did that or said that. Or whatever it may be, it's a mistake. However, repeating a mistake becomes a decision. I want you to understand that. Making a mistake is a mistake. However, repeating a mistake then becomes a decision. Because if you make a mistake and you do not reflect from that mistake, you then are not making another mistake whenever that same situation or the same occurrence happens. Why? Because you are choosing to keep this repetitive cycle to keep happening to you. And that's how a large majority of us break. And I know this because I'm talking from experience. Trust me on this. If you can find the lessons within life, if you can take a step back and actually observe what's actually happening around you, and you can develop the ability to seek wisdom and find ways to help you grow, again, in ways you cannot imagine otherwise, you will find yourself overcoming so many things you didn't even know you were capable of overcoming. I want you to know and understand this. If you can remember absolutely anything from this video, I want you to understand this. Grow through what you go through. Know that where you are isn't where you always will be. Sure, we can't predict the future. Sure, life is going to throw some very serious curveballs, whether it's with our own health or whether it's the health of a loved one that's dear and close to us. It's those moments when you are on the moments when you're on the verge of cracking, when you're on the verge of breaking. Trust me, I can understand this a lot. I want to say I wish I didn't, but then again, I'm kind of glad that I have that experience, the good, the bad, and the ugly experiences within my life, even the dark experiences within my life, because I developed the ability, again, through reflection, where I now have the ability to help others get through places that I have been through that they think they can't get through. That's what I am trying to do here. If you can develop the ability to grow through what you go through, to overcome whatever it is that you were in the midst of, I promise you, you will find yourself in places you didn't think you were capable of overcoming, you didn't even think you were capable of achieving, you didn't even think was even possible to get you out of where you once were. I hope I was able to bring some form of value to you. I personally don't script all my videos. I like to keep it authentic and original as possible. I like to kind of just speak from what's up here and what's in here, my heart, and sometimes the communication between the two, it's a bit harder. Anyhow, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is, as I try to make these videos, I try to find ways to improve, to grow, and I try to develop the ability to communicate in a way that can bring the most possible value to at least one of you guys in a very big way. I want to bring value to all of you guys, don't get me wrong. However, there is always one particular person that I think every single video has a potential to change and influence someone's life in a very, very positive way. I was very fortunate. I had people that made videos and changed my life in a very, very grand way. Anyhow, I'm gonna end it here. I love you. I appreciate you. And if you can remember anything from this video, I want you to again remember, grow through what you go through. Know that where you are isn't where you always will be. Much love.